Offensively, struggled a little bit. Had negative 18 yards in the first quarter. That's when I first started watching it because I was getting ready for the game and everything. Finally got back to the TV in the back. I think it was 3 minutes left, and I noticed that there was still negative. I was, man, this is a rough start. The fewest yards in the first quarter by a Patrick Mahomes-led team was obviously this past game against the Raiders, where you were in negative 18 yards, and then also actually in Week 12 versus the Raiders, 11 yards only in the first quarter. Those are the only two games of his career in which the Chiefs gained fewer than 15 yards in the first quarter. What do you think it is about the Raiders with the slow starts?
I don't know.
They're a good defense.
Just can't catch a rhythm, and it's not just the Raiders. It's been a lot of teams that we've played, just trying to catch a rhythm and catch stride, knowing that we got guys that we can win with, and it's a frustrating fucking experience right now, and every single day we're going in here fixing it. I promise you guys, and it's not just one guy. It's not just me playing like dog shit. It's not just us not being able to get the run game going. It's not just us not being on the same page passing wise. It's everybody's in this fucking thing together. Everybody at some point isn't being accountable, and we all just got to bring it together, man, and put it together. And I think we're taking a lot of learning shots, and unfortunately we've lost a lot of those games. In years past, we've won those games, found a way to win at the end. Special teams, same thing. It's really just our defense that's keeping us in games. We were really, banking on the defense giving us one last drive, but we played so trash as an offense that we put the defense in a really, really tough spot there at the end of the game. And it was one play can just, seal it. And that's what happened there in the fourth quarter. And it's frustrating when you got the guys and you got everybody that you need, and just things just aren't going your way, man.
Is there anything more deflating than a defensive touchdown too? Like we had one in our game, and obviously the two you guys had.
There's one thing more deflating than a defensive touchdown, and that's back-to-back defensive touchdowns.
That's fair. That adds up.
And that will make you pretty fucking frustrating. I can only imagine, and that makes you frustrating as an offensive player, as a defensive player.
Like, dude, what's happening?
You pride yourself on keeping points off the board, and we gifted them 14.
Yeah. Well, the frustration was visible on the sideline. Obviously, you had the incident where you tossed your helmet in typical Kelsey fashion. It's a very normal Kelsey thing to do, apparently, when you get pissed off. And Andy commented about it after the game, the exchange he had with you, and he said you went back in and did a nice job. Things happen, emotional game. Travis is emotional, and sometimes my red hair gets to me a little bit, but it all works out.
He's looking out for me. And I love him for it. I didn't go back out there and play good. He wanted to see the fire in me, and I reacted in a bad way. He wanted to just get the best out of me. And right now I'm just not playing my best football, and I got to fucking lock the fuck in and be more accountable for him, be more accountable for my teammates. I got to keep my fucking cool, man. Because as a leader on this team, that's not how you switch the momentum.
Well, you weren't the only one. Pat was also seen on the sideline trying to fire up the O-line. Isaiah Pacheco broke the training table. How about that? While being evaluated for a concussion. I know it doesn't look good, and there's better ways. There's always, in hindsight, like, hey, shouldn't have done that. Should have kept my composure. But at least you're seeing a bunch of teammates that care about it. You know what I mean? It's not the healthiest way to freaking voice it, but this is what happens when you're in a highly competitive environment with a bunch of guys that want to win.